6 celebs who wouldn't be allowed in a Bugatti dealership, 17 who would. Bugatti is the premier supercar company in the world. Like other exotic car companies, such as Ferrari and Lamborghini, they have an exclusive list of people who are allowed or aren't allowed to buy their vehicles, people who either give them good publicity, or people who give them bad publicity. That list is filled with huge celebrities in every medium of entertainment. What Bugatti is looking for in an owner is simple: someone who represents the brand well, someone who drives their Bugatti often, and showcases it at events, and someone who will be a lifelong customer. Not everyone fits that bill, however. Some Bugatti owners, no matter how famous, have gotten on the bad side of the company by auctioning their cars off, or wrecking them, or just making a fool of themselves while driving one of these insane supercars. Here are 17 celebrities who are allowed to buy Bugattis, and 6 who are banned. But before we move forward, don't forget to like and share our video so that it will keep our motivation alive to bring some more videos for you. Subscribe and press the bell icon. 23 allowed, Cristiano Ronaldo. Soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most watched people in the world. It would make sense that Bugatti wants him as a customer, and he bought himself a Veyron in 2016, followed by a Chiron after making his 400th appearance for Real Madrid. By getting a Crayon, he doubled down on his loyalty to the brand, which the company absolutely loved. 22 allowed, Sylvester Stallone. Actor Sylvester Stallone is known for his action movie roles such as Rocky and Rambo, and with a $400 million net worth, he has a lot of money to play with. He owns a Bugatti Veyron, which he's been seen driving around in with his wife, Jennifer Flavin. He's one of the most instantly recognizable superstars in the world, which makes him the perfect celebrity to endorse Bugatti, and vice versa. 21 allowed, Jay Leno. Jay Leno is not only one of the most famous talk show hosts of all time, but he's also got one of the greatest car collections in the world, with over 200 cars and 150 motorcycles. He has cars that no one has even heard of. On an episode of Jay Leno's Garage, he showcased a Bugatti EB110, but it wasn't his. Still, Bugatti appreciated his love for the car. He does own a spare V12 Bugatti engine, though, and some older Bugattis from the 1930s. 20 banned, Jenson Button. Jenson Button is a former race car driver who had a deal with Bugatti after he bought a car from them and endorsed it to his fans. But the partnership only lasted a few years. In 2009, Button put the new Veyron up for sale. It had been driven only 1,500 miles and it earned almost $1 million at auction. Bugatti wasn't happy about that choice and they revoked Button's privilege of owning a Bugatti ever again. Before we tell you more banned and allowed celebrity rights, kindly like and share our video. 19 allowed, Ralph Lauren. Another celebrity with an absolutely insane car collection is fashion mogul Ralph Lauren. He has some of the rarest cars ever built, such as a 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic that's worth a ridiculous $40 million, making it the most valuable car in the world, according to the Vintage News. There are only 2 of those cars in the world. This ownership alone puts him in the upper echelon of Bugatti owners. 18 allowed, Keith Urban. Country music star Keith Urban owns a Bugatti, and buying one propelled him to new heights. It might seem unorthodox for a country star to drive a Veyron supercar, but Bugatti doesn't think it's weird at all. He helps advance the automaker's profile even more. He owns a white one, and possibly a black one, as Celebrity Cars blog notes, so he might have more than one in his collection. 17 allowed, Tom Brady. As far as GOATs go, Tom Brady is considered the greatest football quarterback to ever play the position. So, of course, Bugatti would want him as an endorser. Daily Car blog reports that he owns a Bugatti Veyron Supersport worth $3 million, which is only a drop in the bucket for him and Gisele Bündchen's combined net worth of $580 million. 16 banned, Exhibit the rapper. Rapper Exhibit was once in Bugatti's favor. He owned a beautiful matte white and red Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport from Gumball 300, but then he screwed up by putting the car up for auction. And who did the car go to? None other than Floyd Mayweather Jr., making it his third Bugatti. Mayweather was already one of Bugatti's blacklisted customers, so exhibit's action put him in the doghouse with them, too. 15 allowed, Jay-Z. The first billionaire rapper in the world obviously has to own a Bugatti, it just makes perfect sense. Jay-Z didn't actually buy the car himself, but Beyoncé got it for him. At the end of the day, he's a proud owner, and there's no rapper in the world with more clout or status than the Brooklyn-based legend. The fact that he owns a Bugatti just solidifies his status as a man at the top of his game that much more. 14 allowed, Roberto Carlos. Former soccer star Roberto Carlos has a net worth of $40 million, and about 5% of that is invested in a Bugatti Veyron that he got for his 38th birthday for a little over $2 million. Bugatti noted that he specifically asked for the car as a gift, which helps the company because it makes it look like the car is the greatest gift that anyone could ever receive. 13 allowed, Scotch Torch. Scotch Torch is a music producer who might not be as well known as some on this list, but he was once worth $100 million. According to a Vlad TV interview, he claims that his Bugatti Veyron was number 004, and he also noted that Ralph Lauren was next in line to get a Veyron in the US after blowing his money on partying and other nonsense. He's now worth about $100,000, which makes the Veyron a car that he definitely can't afford, but he's not the only one that's a part of that club. 12. Banned, Floyd Mayweather Jr. He might be one of the best boxers of all time, but that isn't enough to erase his name from Bugatti's no-buy list. He was banned from owning a Bugatti after he sold two of their cars, including a 2011 Veyron Grand Vitesse, which got him $2.45 million. His 2015 Veyron Sport Vitesse earned him an insane $3.95 million from auction, and the company banned him for conveying an unfavorable image of the brand. 11 allowed, Katie Price. Model and media personality Katie Price is known for driving pink cars, and the same goes for her Bugatti, too. Even though she painted her Veyron pink, that hasn't stopped Bugatti from favoring her as an owner. It might rub gearheads the wrong way, but it's a great way for Bugatti to stand out among the competition. Can you imagine the number of heads that car will turn as it's driving down the street? 10 allowed, Ding Chen. Ding Chen is the son of an incredibly wealthy Chinese business tycoon. As such, he bought a $3.8 million Bugatti Chiron in Vancouver by using his dad's UnionPay credit card. He complained on Instagram about the $680,000 in taxes he had to pay in Canada, saying it made his heart feel tired. But money talks where Bugatti is concerned, so even if Chen isn't a celebrity, they'll take his endorsement. 9 allowed, Richard Berry. Richard Berry is the grandson of Loren M. Berry, aka Mr. Yellow Pages, and he holds the distinction of owning the first Bugatti Veyron in an evergreen paint job. He has an enviable car collection, which includes supercars, Formula One cars, and vintage vehicles. LM Berry Amp Company was sold in 1986 for $1 billion, which is worth a whole lot more these days, and makes Richard Berry a very rich man. 8 banned, Simon Cowell. Music producer and X Factor judge Simon Cowell once owned a 2008 Bugatti Veyron 16.4, but he only drove it twice in 3 years, apparently. That's not good publicity for the company. He then did a number even worse by selling the car for $1.6 million when it only had 1,300 miles on it. The car was hidden away in his garage for 6 years before he sold it, which isn't what Bugatti wants to see from its high-profile customers. 7 allowed, Tim Cahill. Tim Cahill might be an unlikely name on this list, but the former soccer player does have a net worth of $12 million. During his time in England, the Australian playmaker was spotted on more than one occasion driving a blue Veyron. Since moving to the MLS, Cahill hasn't been seen in his beloved Veyron, which led to speculation that he had to leave it in England. 6 allowed, Nigo. Nigo is a Japanese music producer and the owner of the A Bathing Ape line of clothing. He's not the only celebrity on this list to own a pink Bugatti Veyron, but his even has hot pink leopard print side panels. He's never been one to follow a crowd, which is why he customized his car with the camouflage. He's also been spotted roaming around in a green camouflaged Rolls-Royce Phantom. 5 allowed, Chris Brown. Despite his terrible reputation, Bugatti will take publicity where they can get it, even in the form of bad boy Chris Brown. He first exhibited his red and black Veyron in 2009. The Grammy winner also has a custom-built Range Rover, a Porsche Panamera Turbo S, a custom Lamborghini Gallardo, and a customized Dodge Viper, but it's the Veyron that's most sought after. 4 Band, Flo Rida. Rapper Flo Rida has a band story that's a bit unique. In 2011, he was involved in an accident while driving his Bugatti while under the influence. He was intoxicated, which made him a danger to others on the road, especially in such a fast car, and this prompted Bugatti to ban the star from ever owning the car again, so he couldn't further tarnish the brand name. What was already an expensive accident became a whole lot more expensive, when you really think about it. 3 Allowed, Lil Wayne. Rapper Lil Wayne was apparently the inspiration for Birdman to own one of these beautiful Bugattis. He owns a black one, although it's unknown if he received a discount for the recommendation to Birdman. Wayne loves all things Bugatti, and he even sang about it on his 2009 mixtape, No Ceilings, where he talked about having a Bugatti in chrome. Bugatti obviously loves the kind of publicity. 2 Allowed, Birdman. Birdman once had the distinction of owning the most expensive production vehicle of all time, the Maybach XL Aero at $8 million, but he couldn't afford it and ended up selling it to Jay-Z. What he does own is an all-red Bugatti Veyron, though, which he bought at the recommendation from his surrogate son, Lil Wayne. He once claimed that the car typically costs $300,000 in maintenance costs each year, which is pretty bogus and unfounded. 1 Band, Tom Cruise. Bugatti does not discriminate about the celebrities it bans from owning their beautiful supercars. Take Tom Cruise, for example, one of the most famous actors in the world. He has a lavish vehicle collection, and while he paraded his Veyron on the red carpet of Mission Impossible 3, he struggled to get the door open. This embarrassed Bugatti enough to ban him from owning their car, because he made the Veyron look terrible in public. Hope you like our video. If you like our efforts, then share and like. Tell us in your comments about banned and allowed celebrities. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.